Paria spent $430 million in 3 months, millions to import refined products. Paria Fuel Trading Company Ltd. has spent more than $430 million in a 3-month period to import refined products. This information was provided by Paria via letter dated August 7, 2024, in response to a Freedom of Information Act request by Anthony Dobson. On July 8, 2024, Dobson submitted the FOIA request asking Paria to answer how much royalties Paria paid to the government since financial year 2019 to June 2024. Value in USD of refined products imported by Paria for the period April 1, 2024 to June 30, 2024. A value from sale of refined products sold locally in TTD that were imported by Paria for the period April 1, 2024 to June 30, 2024. A value from sale of refined products sold regionally in USD that were imported by Paria for the period April 1, 2024 to June 30, 2024. In response to the first question, Paria stated it does not pay any royalties to the government. The US dollar value of refined products imported by Paria for the period April 1, 2024 to June 30, 2024 was $430,773,410 and 61 cents, the company stated. Value from the sale of refined products sold locally in TTD that were imported by Paria for the period April 1, 2024 to June 30, 2024 was Trinidad and Tobago $1,544,451,736.49, Paria responded. Paria stated further that the value from sale of refined products sold regionally in US dollars that were imported by Paria for the period April 1, 2024 to June 30, 2024 was $263,882,807 Foreign reserves situation. Commenting on the information, former Energy Minister Kevin Ramnarine yesterday told the Express Paria is a net user of US dollars and will always be trying to source US currency. He said Paria needs US dollars to import fuel and then sells that fuel to National Petroleum, NP, and Unipet in TT dollars. Paria also sells to the regional market and is paid in US dollars, he noted. Ramnarine said Paria sources US dollars it needs from its own reserves or from commercial banks it does business with. I suppose the salient issue is the closure of the former Petrotrin refinery versus the business model of Paria. The present government will argue that Petrotrin imported most of its crude oil diet for the refinery. While that is correct, it cannot be the reason for the closure of the refinery as we were always importing most of the refinery's crude oil requirements, he said. Ramnarine said Petrotrin spent $1.6 billion and $1.7 billion to import crude oil in 2016 and 2017, respectively. However, he noted crude was refined into petroleum products, the majority of which was exported, earning US dollars for Petrotrin. A minority was sold into the local market for TT dollars. Petrotrin was never a net user of US dollars. That is one of the myths which was floated around the time of the closure. Petrotrin stood on its own 2 feet, as far as US dollar supply was concerned, and paid for its purchases of crude oil from its own US dollar cash flows, he said. Ramnarine said the whole issue of Trinidad and Tobago's foreign reserve depletion is being confused. That confusion does a great disservice to the country, as it allows the real reasons to slink to the sidelines. Our sharp foreign reserve decline is mainly related to lower energy revenues which are, in turn, related to lower oil and natural gas production, he said. Economist Indira Sajwan told The Express by phone that the amount of forex being expended is a natural consequence of the decision to close Petrotrin. She said closing Petrotrin meant TNT was no longer refining oil, but moved to importing all the country's needs. Sejuan said the only way that can be bought is with foreign exchange. She noted that the information provided was only for a 3-month period, and in order to do a proper analysis of what transpired since the closure of Petrotrin, data from the entire timeline was required to see what was the trend. Paria is purchasing gas on the open market and is open to fluctuations in the global market, she said. She said in 2022, when the war in Ukraine started and there was a significant escalation in the price of oil, this would have translated to a much higher usage of foreign exchange by Paria. Sejuan said while $430 million was spent on importing products, Paria sold $263 million in products to the region. Petrotrin always imported oil in order to refine because the volumes this country was producing were too insignificant and the grade of oil was not a quality that could have been refined wholesale. The bottom line is that we can say categorically that the decision to privatize Petrotrin and simply import fuel has resulted in an increased usage of the country's scarce foreign exchange. There has been no net earning. Paria is not earning more foreign exchange than it is using, which is a strain obviously on the scarce foreign exchange situation, she said.